Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi alladhi biyadihi tatimmu salihat. Wa usalli wa usallimu ala al-habib al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man ihtada bihudahu ila yawmuddin. Abad. All praises belong to the Almighty Allah. May His peace and blessings be upon the Prophet of Islam Muhammad sallallahu, his household followers, and all those who follow the path of Allah to the day of judgment. Welcome all of you to the Morals of Ramadan, day 15. This particular delivery is combining step 5 and step 6 on how to attain at-taqwa. Step 5 is on the remembrance of Allah. The Quran states, فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ, that remember me and I will remember you. Remembrance of Allah is one of the key means through which a person attains at-taqwa inside Ramadan and outside Ramadan. What do we mean by remembrance of Allah? It means that the servant of Allah is remembering Allah with his heart, is remembering Allah with his tongue, and remembering Allah with his body. In respect of remembering Allah with his heart, what it means is that the believer firmly affirms the existence of Allah and his supremacy in everything. I repeat, believe in the existence of Allah and believe in his supremacy over everything. This supremacy finds expression in the Quranic statement, وَهُوَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ, that he has power over everything. The heart has to believe in that. And therefore the Quran poses the question, أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ, is it not with remembrance of Allah that hearts attain tranquility, peace, and as a result, closeness to Allah and at-taqwa? Then number 2, remembrance of Allah with the tongue. The Prophet of Islam has indicated that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has 99 attributes, and that anyone man ahsaha dakhala al-jannah, that anyone who takes the trouble to mention those attributes will be granted paradise. In addition to the attributes, we have various forms of glorification of the Almighty. For example, Subhanallahi wa bihamdi, glory be to Allah with all his praises. The tongue has to do this exercise while the heart strongly affirms its meaning. Subhanallah bihamdi, glory be to Allah with all his praises. The Prophet of Islam says that anyone who uses his tongue to praise Allah subhanallah wa bihamdihi 100 times, no one will get a reward of that person who says so, except the one who also recites like the one who read it. In other words, if Mr. Abdullah read subhanallah wa bihamdihi 100 times, then no one can get that reward except the one who has also recited like him. And then finally, we have remembrance of Allah with our bodies. We call it al-jawarih. And surprisingly, somebody asked me a question relating to how the human body can remember Allah. In fact, the human body is to be kept pure, righteous, obedient to the will of Allah. If a person, a believer, stays away from zina, which is a commitment that can be done by the body, an ill commitment by the body. If the body is preserved from committing zina, if the body is preserved from telling lies, if the body is preserved from engaging in any act which could be translated as disobedience to Allah, that body is remembering Allah. Indeed, the world in which we are living today has gotten very distanced from the Almighty because of the involvement of human bodies in various forms of prohibited acts that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made them forbidden. So if a servant of Allah remembers his Lord, that Allah is watchful of him, يَعْلَمُ خَائِنَةَ الْأَعْيُنِ وَمَا تُخْفِي الصُّدُورُ, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very watchful of him and all his actions. This servant of Allah has remembered Allah with his body, and consequently attainment of taqwa inshallah will be achieved. So remembrance of Allah is step 5. Step 6 belongs to the world of charity. Be very kind to the poor and the needy in society. According to Aisha radiallahu anha, she said, describing the charity of the Prophet, she said, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam kana ajwad an-nas, that a prophet was the most generous human being on earth. Wa kana ajwad ma yakunu fi Ramadan, and that he was more generous than any other time in Ramadan. In Ramadan, he increased his level of charity. That is the essence of the rigor of hunger that you and I go through. It reminds us of poor ones outside there. It reminds us of the needy outside there. It reminds us of the vulnerable outside there. And in another hadith, the Prophet says that anyone who salvages a needy person from a very sticky situation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also do the same for him in the hereafter. Indeed, charity is like throwing a ball against the wall. it comes back to you with plenty of benefits. It gives you joy in your heart. It makes you feel that your life has also been very meaningful and beneficial to others. That is why this month, despite COVID-19, we need to share with the poor the little we have. And the more we share, the more we get. These are the key steps that will help us attain a taqwa in this great month and beyond it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the owner of the universe, the protector of man, and the sustainer of every living thing, to touch our lives with his hand of mercy, compassion, and facilitation. May the Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala be with all of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.